Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? The last week candle closed off with an indecision bar. Okay, so for me right now, when I see indecision bars like that, I pretty much put my levels in on either side of it because it's a range bar indecision, so we basically range for the week. So if we come down to sort of 4 hour, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this is kind of the area that we stayed in all week. So now the question is, do we break below or above? And that will give us the indication of what's going to happen. So let's just start with the daily. For me right now, this is a potential lower low. So there was a previous high, lower high. So there's a previous high. That is a potential lower high. We have printed a lower low if you look to the left. So there is a very good indication here that this is a top. And you can see how the oscillators are grouping as well. The last time the oscillators grouped, pretty much every time they've been grouping this year, we've had a sell-off. Okay, so that being said, what can we do today? So at this moment in time, I'm going to readjust this slightly to there. So this is the range that I see us playing in right now. So we either need to break above the high of Friday or the low of Friday for us to get a continuation in the direction. And if I look at the Bollinger Bands are flat. 20 moving average is flat on the hour. So right now we are ranging and there is no real entry either long or short for me at the moment. So it's more a case of wait and see. Okay, I'd like to see either us test this bottom here and get some bullish action that we can trade it to the upside, or alternatively get some bullish action in this area here. Now, this area where we are now is pretty much, you can see, in the ambush zone. So between the 76.2 and the 50% Fibonacci, there's pretty much ambush zone for me where you can expect, in this case, looking for buyers to step in at this level to push price up. However, the closing range has broken to the downside. Breakout target was hit. Target 2 was just slightly short. So I would expect us to either just range in this area here or slowly drift to the downside. And we'll have to wait and see what happens in the downside area here. But if we use the 4 hour as our trend, you can see we have broken below the 20 moving average and the 20 moving average is starting to roll over. Okay, so we are still using the 40 moving average as support at the moment. So this is kind of the area that we need to see a break. So a break below this level of 24,930 will definitely validate a move to the downside. And I would suspect our first area is going to be where you see these tails to the left, coincides with the 200 moving average. So 24,760 is going to be the first area of support. Okay, that's kind of the view that I have at the moment is really, it's pretty indecisive. Looking at the levels that I want to trade today, there's nothing really here that's standing out. So, we could say off this inside tail where price is now is a good entry long, which could still be the case. Okay, so this area here could be the area to be long, but I'll want to watch that on more than likely a 6 minutes today, to be honest, and take whatever comes on the 6 minute chart. So you'll use something like the 5 or the 6 or 10, 15, 12, whatever you feel comfortable with. But for me, it'll be the 6 minute today to watch this to see what happens. So a break of the 6 minute fractal, and I'm going to have to put a line in there for you. So a break of the 6 minute fractal here at 25.030 will give me indication that we need to look for longs. And if you look at the 6 minute, you can see this is consolidating now. So a break either side of this consolidation is a direction that you can expect us to be moving in. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this today, and I'll probably only start looking at this from about 8 o'clock 8 o'clock in the morning South African time. So that's GMT +2. So that's kind of the scenario I see playing out. This is just a bit of consolidation, and the question is whether we are going to break above this fractal here, or we are going to break below this fractal. And I'll move this level to there, because you can see now I have a smaller range here to trade on the smaller time frames. So if we break below 25,000, then we can look for downside, and if we break above 25,030, then we can look for upside. But for now, this is consolidating, and we need to just wait for the European Open, see how it pans out, and may even have to wait for the US Open, because we may just Europe may just go sideways as well. So anyway, guys, that's the view that I have on this at the moment. Pretty indecisive. Nothing standing out for me that's giving me an indication of a move either way. So I would have expected, now this double bottom did play out. Let's go to the 4 hour. Sorry, can't see it on the 4 hour. I have to look at it on the 1 hour. So there are two double bottoms at play here. Okay, so this is the current double bottom. If we put the trend line there, delete that one, and delete that one. Right, so this here is the current double bottom that we did break out of. So you would expect us to move to the upside to hit this target. And that's kind of the area that you would expect us to target. So for me, this pattern is still in play. It's a pretty strong engulfing green candle, so this pattern is still in play. We have broken the upside, so a failure of this would be a break below 24,930. Okay, so a slight bias to the upside, but the daily doesn't look very promising for me anyway. Okay, so yeah, so just summary, guys. We'll be on the lower time frames, and I'm looking for, I'll ignore everything on the higher time frame for now, and this is kind of the range that I'm following at the moment. So a break either way on the 6 minute is going to indicate the direction for me, and I'll trade with that direction until I see some bullish or bearish price action on the 6 minute chart again. Okay, so guys, that's me today, and ultimately just watch out for this 200 moving average on the hour, because if we do find support here again, it'll be a good long entry. If we do break below this, then you can expect us to start targeting this level and possibly break 24,900, 24,930. Okay, so for now, just sit on hands and wait and see if this double bottom here will actually play out. Anyway, guys, that's my view of this. Sorry, it's not that conclusive, but often when you have situations like this where it's a lot of up and down and indecisive, sometimes the best trade you can do is actually just leave the money in your pocket and wait for a better setup. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing today. Anyway, guys, hope it helps. Enjoy the day, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers, man.